This Levi Ruth, the Dragon Slayer, suited for you. Big respect.
Yes, guys, Suit For You podcast. Today we're here with
Dali.
Yeah, man, let's get into it. Alright, man, how you been?
Big chillin', bro. Big chillin'. All praise to the Most High. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah, man. How you
Good,
been?
man. Yeah, man, I'm good. Obviously, last time I saw you was at the Ashbeck and Roshi event.
the Rush Hour launch party.
Yeah,
For
man.
the EP.
Yeah, that was good to be fair.
It was good to run into you there, bro. I can't
Yeah,
lie.
man.
Been meaning to get this set up for a minute as well.
Literally, bro. It was long time due. Obviously, we knew. I didn't know you beforehand, and then Posy sort of introduced me to you. I see you knew him beforehand. How did you know him?
I met Posy. Oh my god, I met Posy like through music more time. He just DM'd me on a random one. Or I don't even know. We just came across each other, but we just got into contact somehow, some way. I know it was through social media though. I think it might have been around the time of like Magnum Sipper.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's it. When I was promoting Magnum Sipper, I put a few videos up on TikTok and like some of them kind of gained some traction. Posy one of the guys that followed up and actually started checking in on me properly, innit?
Okay.
And since then, it's always been love. Like I say, it was good to finally run into my man there as well.
Oh, was that the first time you'd met him?
Yeah, bro, because that was like, when was Magnum Sipper out? Last year, September.
Okay.
So, through all of that time, I just haven't actually come across him or met him, innit? So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You know what? There's not even that much like, because I'd call it like underground rap, like all the Ashbeck, Rushy, Magnum Sipper, and everything like
UK
this.
chill rap.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
trust.
It's like that, like you either know about it or you don't. Do you know what I mean?
Trust. Not many people are really tapped in. I feel like there's like this is generically speaking, obviously, you know. I feel like there's like UK rap, and then you got like the mainstream sort of artists, take it what you want. The guys that do number ones, and then you know the UK underground rap. But like, to me, when I see it, I don't really see it as much. I don't really see it as underground like that because it's flipping everywhere, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not just like man. Especially you've got so many people. Like you've got like Sam Rex who went from doing drill to it.
Yeah, literally.
Like it's switch making that shift.
Yeah, like it's because it's the up and coming, fam. Like, do you know what I mean? It's actually what's going to take over real soon, fam. Like, I'll be so real. The energy that's bubbling in this UK underground rap, UK chill rap, whatever you want to call it, like it's definitely taken over. G. Like, the energy there is serious. You see, like certain guys are really pioneering this.
Yeah, you got like Knox saying all these people hitting crazy numbers.
And then even like the guys that produce, I got a good friend El Londo, like these guys are really pioneering it. Bills on the beat, all these guys, bro, like they're proper pushing a sound, G, and like so many artists, including myself, like it just fits, and it's like a story of just. I wouldn't even call it like UK chill rap. Yeah, in fact, I would to be fair.
It changes though, innit? Because people do like
chill.
You've got like obviously you've got like Blaze. And I'd say Blaze does more like upbeat, like energetic music. Yeah. So it's not really chill, but it's still like he still fits into that like.
Currently, it's just like I'd say the best thing for it is underground. Currently, right now, because when you're talking like obviously big up like Santan Daves, I say Daves is really one, like Fredo, do you know what I mean? Stuff like that, like those kind of artists, like they can't call them underground artists. Do you know what I mean? Like the guys are getting constant radio play on like BBC One, like you know what I mean? These kind of artists, but. I just don't see why UK chill, UK underground can't be just as big same way. You know
I think it's like, bro, like it's the same with like Dave at one point. Like Dave was doing like freestyles in the street. Even with Grime. Like, bro, there was never gonna be a time where Skepta was being played on the radio. Do you know what I mean? When he was doing them things, and now
it's
like
though, these men was putting themselves on the radio.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Saying that like, bro, we used to get Skepta and like this is years back, bro. Like this is a different time.
Yeah.
If you want to go and do it in season, you can.
Yeah, fam.
It's a bit more.
Oh, everyone's a lot more open-minded as well. I see.
Definitely.
Like a lot. Before it was like you literally had to fit into a certain category, and if you wasn't, you weren't going to be played on the radio. But now you've got like, even like Cinch and stuff. You've got like Cinch coming on the radio with Sprinter and stuff like that.
I say like Dave. I'll be real, like because 2015. 16 times, what was it like? Afro swing, do you know what I mean? Like Jay Huss was like doing his thing, maybe just a bit before, even though he was like on the Black Box rapping and that, it was like the Afro swing that I feel personally like was pioneering Jay Silver, do you know what I mean? Them kind of tunes was coming out. So like you was either that, you did that, or you did grime. Like AJ Tracy, sort of vibe, do you know what I mean?
Like Chips or...
Chip. Like them times there, Bugsy were a lot, like, do you know what I mean? Them times there, like grime was making its comeback, or rap was like actually a thing.
Yeah.
But UK underground rap, it's like a lovely blend of just all cultures in the UK, like of a certain age group. I feel like, innit? That's why I feel like it's spreading so well, because I feel like from a certain age group, and it's just so wavy, bro. Like it's such an expression of self, bro. That's like, it's not really like, say, you don't have to be anybody in this thing. You know what I mean? Like, I say it to Pause all the time, innit? Like, bro, like, use your aesthetic to your fucking benefit, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like,
he's got his whole McLovin thing going
bro,
on,
like,
like,
really rock with that, like, do you know what I mean?
It's nice though, man, because it's
Like,
like,
it's proper,
especially
it's just open, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like,
you go like, you look at like Graham and Joe.
show him Posey's Instagram so he knows what I'm talking about. Nah, do you know who Posey is? I don't, show him his
I know-
Instagram.
Maria knows who
no,
Posey is,
no,
yeah.
7.
Me as in
Shame.
I'm up for
Oh,
this.
So he knows what I'm talking about.
Oh,
it's cool.
yeah, nah, Maria knows Pause as well.
Yeah.
No,
We're all
no,
like-
I'll say show him
Pause.
Posey's Instagram.
Oh, so you're gonna see it.
I'm
Oh,
talking
okay,
about,
okay.
my bad.
Yeah, you know what we mean when we say like his whole.
Yeah.
He's got like, that's a Pause and aesthetic. That's a aesthetic. Sorry,
Yeah, his
like
bio literally says McLovin East London edition.
shut up saying. But it's nice to see a sort of genre of music that isn't circled around violence coming to the
Yeah,
limelight.
man. Yeah,
like
man.
obviously, bro, I want to get into when we spoke on the phone, like what your job is and stuff.
Yeah, so
But like, yeah, man, take it away.
just flipping out. So I work for an organisation called Art Against Knives,
Okay.
and like, you know, they like give my like I've got such a special place in my heart. Do you know what I mean? We're youth violence prevention.
Okay.
So we build trusted relationships with the community. We host studio time for free to get people that want to make music that don't really know how. We do a bit more than that. We help with production as well. That's called The Lab. That's just like one thing that we kind of do. We have another thing called Dulles Nails, NW9 Nails. That's the area, like Dulles Valley, Graham Park. That's the area that we kind of outreach to.
Okay.
We have like a free nail bar for females to come through, just like the aesthetic of a barbershop. It's therapy, do you know what I mean? When you're sitting down, you're talking to the barber. Like, bro, we just help people just like myself growing up, do you know what I mean? Just like Seven, just like everybody in London, like growing up, that knows anything about council estate life, or, you know, just not really being of a certain class, or, you know, that kind of social demographic is where we're really making a difference, especially like with young black men's mental health and stuff. That's a big thing that we're about. I feel like I always say this all the time, and free up the XL bullies, man. But
yeah, I see that. That's just gone into place now, isn't it?
I say this, the XL bully. Yeah, I say that to say this. The XL bully is the black man of the dog world, bro. Like, that's how I see it. That's the analogy. I see it like,
You look at one negative situation
You
of
look
him
at-
being a dog, not
even
because
just
of
that,
what type
not
of
even
dog.
just that, not even before the situation, is the environment that they're in. More time. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? Like, XL bullies. More time.
You see the guy that was on the news talking about it on the interview, and he was with that woman that trains dogs, and she was like,
high-tail canines.
Yeah, she was like, the lovely dogs, depends on the owner. The
Yeah.
guy who's countering her argument has just come on there. He's like, this is a dog that was made for rap music. And
Yeah,
so
and
they
he
already
wasn't
have
talking
that
any
whole-
sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
what he's
exactly.
How can it,
exactly.
like a dog's thinking, I'm just waiting for the next drill video to come
Yeah,
out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trust.
He's into one demographic
Yeah,
and
bro.
associated that name
So
with
it's
him, and
exactly
that's
so
him.
from that's thank you, bro. So exactly from they're already seeing it as just a mad thing just because of the environment that they're in. It's like, oh, look where they come from. But it's just not the truth. Like, do you know what I mean? People don't understand that these dogs, like the black man, not like that, but have family. They have people that love them. They love other people. Do you know what I mean? They would look out for other people. Do you know? They're good creatures and beings, innit?
Amazing,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Bro, I had one of the biggest XL bullies you ever see for a majority of last year. Bro, his head was like I had to hold it with two hands. You know what I mean? Like the biggest, like massive
just
dog.
big friendly giants.
But he was
though, like.
literally like, bro, my man would literally just slope around. Like he would move out the way. If you're walking, he'd move out the way for you. Like it's literally like.
It's all dependent on the owners.
Yeah.
Like, you can have any dog that's bad. Like when I take my dog for walks, bro, it's the little rat dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to run her up and do a
Bite your ankles and shit. Yeah.
Feel me?
And
Yeah,
then they'll accept like the fact that that's okay for a chihuahua to run up to a dog, but they won't react the same if an XL bully runs up to you just to say hello. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when a chihuahua does it, it's just a dog being a dog. But when an
Yeah.
XL bully does it, it's like that's
fine.
just only XL bullies do
Yeah.
that, and it's like, nah, man. Yeah,
So, yeah, no, that's a sad one. But yeah, no, going back to my line of work, sorry, yeah, like we we do a lot. We got partnership with like Gucci chains makers, which is a big up Sour Sop. They're paying that for us.
Sour.
Sour Sop. It's
That's a fruit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's another. It's a company.
Oh, okay, okay,
so it's
okay.
a company, like another organizational company that helps us with that. But it's really just about flipping, being a role model. I see my job as, you know, and being in the community and just being an older brother for people that I wish I could help. Do you know what I mean? Being 24 years of age now, I'm at that weird age where it's like I'm not young anymore, but I'm not really an adult, full-time adult with full-time adult responsibilities. I don't see, like, do you know what I mean? So with that being said, is how do we show that these man like this is just not the way, bro? Do you get it? Like there's ways. No, it's calm, bro.
Just to touch on that, bro, it's like you're providing an opportunity to be elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you're in the nail bar or you're in the lab, you're less likely to be on road.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I with the lab, like without the lab, I mean, I was 15 years old when I was walking through North Finchley, and I've just seen Ricardo, he works at Art Against Knives, head of innovation and serious youth violence specialist.
Okay.
But he was like to me, yo, do you rap? Like proper stereotype thing. Like bear in mind, I'm 15 years old. I'm walking with one of my guys, walking with a Regal. I was with one of my guys just walking through, and he just stopped me like, "Yo, do you rap?" It's like, funny enough, I do, bro. Shit, like what you saying? Like he's like, "Yo, man, free studio, literally right here." And it happened enough that the store at the time was right next to my barbershop as well.
Okay.
So like it was just, you know what I mean, the blend of community was just right, it was there and it was healthy, do you know what I mean? Those guys that we saw in the cafe earlier today, like the man can come to that same spot, they do come to the same spot, like, and like say I started making music there at 2015,
Okay.
and they helped me have consistent free studio time basis to a point where I could say today like Magda Sipper's on 200,000 like K, do you know what I mean? And I don't plan to go anywhere but forward with that. So that organization has actually really shaped.
Yeah.
Where
So
I
it's
am
like
today. And
in a way, it's like they're like their manager, like your manager.
Almost,
like,
and I've gone like full circle now to work under them, like full time, and still be able to make music, but actually make an impact that they did in my life, innit, which is a fucking blessing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate it, nah, for real. So yeah, man. Audi out now.
Go stream it, man. Go stream it. But yeah, like I think when we spoke about it on the phone, it touched me because obviously my mum's a play therapist, so she's like,
same.
I'm always hearing about doing your bit for the kids coming up because like adults is harder to change people's minds, isn't it? Like if people already in that mindset, then it's like talking to a brick wall in a sense because they've lived their whole life like that. But when it's kids, like when you're literally clinging on, you're like a sponge in the same way you're bringing in information, but also like life lessons.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing so much bad action going on, like that's what do you think you're gonna do? Do you know what I mean? If you can surround them by positive success, like having you as a like,
exactly.
If someone wants to make music and their role model's not doing anything to do with music, and you've got that path, or you've got a path where you've got Dali coming in, 200k streams. Like which one? Do you know what I mean? You know which one's gonna be more beneficial.
And exactly, and it's about, that's the thing though. A lot of us, and I say this, and I want people to hear this as well. A lot of us, we need to hold ourselves accountable, man. Like we're really in dire times out here, bro. Like it's really mad out here, fam. So with that being said, like you be surprised who's looking up to you. You be surprised who like. How much of an impact your actions have on not just yourself but for the wider community. Do you know what I mean? And like guys really need to take accountability of what the fuck they're doing out here, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's just that really. That's just one thing I wanted to say to y'all.
Yeah. Do you find like yourself? Because I see a lot of people on social media, yeah, and they'll be like obviously the Palestine thing's happening at the moment. A social media post because everyone's doing it, but then give it a week and no one's posting it anymore because it's sort of like a trend. Or someone will die from a stabbing and they'll be 12 years old, so everyone's posting these kids like, and then it'll stop. And then even things little like obviously when Chandler from Friends, he's obviously just passed away. Everyone's posting him for like 2 days and then it's literally nowhere. But do you see yourself like waking up with like the same mindset every day. Like now we need to change. We need to change.
Yeah,
like,
more time. I've been like this for a while. To be fair, I've just never. I'll be honest. Like I've got like say everyone. You growing up in ends, it's all the same. North, east, south, west. You know what I mean? It's all the same.
Yeah.
It's all the same shit going on every single corner of London. You get like I've got friends who are like doing 21 years and shit. Like people have died, all of that shit, bro. And it's just about right and wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's really not that hard. Like it's actually just about right and wrong. That's just it. Full stop. And with that being said, there's a lot of things that are going on that just doesn't sit right with me, innit? And I use this to drive myself to make the right decisions. Do you know what I mean? And just try to stay on path, knowing that, like I say, my actions have an effect on the wider community. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've always kind of been like this and so more. I guess it rolls into other areas of life as well. And I don't really see it as a bad thing, to be fair.
Yeah.
Some guys might be like, raw, lighten up, nigga, but...
No, it's facts. Do you see yourself, when you think about like the stuff that you do you think you're doing like something like really good, or do you see yourself just doing something that like everyone should just do?
What
Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
In the sense of like, do you feel like...
It's not that easy though, for everyone to just do.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like the message that you spread, yeah, and like the life that you live, and the constant thought of like, we need to be like more, as you say, just hold ourselves accountable more, instead of just doing something and thinking, oh fuck it, like it's calm. Actually thinking, well, actually maybe I should change that. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this, and maybe I shouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Be portraying this image.
I feel like it gives me purpose.
Yeah,
bro. Like to be out here.
That's what it feels like.
Like to do something outside of yourself, greater than you. Do you know what I mean? It's always bigger than you, anyways. Yeah.
Let me even just touch on that. Obviously, I've known Dali since 16. We met at a basketball academy. If you didn't know, we played basketball.
Okay. I could tell from the height, bro. You know what I mean? You're going to play tennis or something, but yeah.
Like, obviously, I've been able to see Dali grow like over time from 16 and being like a lot more erratic, and just now being a lot more reserved, more thoughtful. But one thing about him is that he is like truly an individual. Like sometimes there were days when we were younger, bro, I'd be out, I can't even go out with this guy because if he's on his Dali flex and just being him, sometimes I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm a bit more reserved. I might just hold my tongue in certain
Yeah.
instances, whatever. But like even in that, he's grown. But like in terms of following trends or doing what the media thinks is like popping, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what a lot of people do now because they're just trying to fit into that.
That's what I'm
currency,
saying.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's whatever can gain that currency. If this is what's going around in the minute, then I need to be on this bandwagon. But I feel like with Dali, that's not anything you'll ever see. If it's anything he does, that's solely like a part of his individuality and just something he wants to do. And
Yeah. It's the best way, man.
Whatever's the vehicle, you know what I mean? Like there's a greater purpose to this. Because like he said, at the end of the day, what we do doesn't even necessarily matter. Like there's been a million people before us, but what can you do to leave an impact so it matters? If music is the vehicle, at a point in time, basketball is the vehicle. Like we'll make it pro, but
it's the same message in a way.
Touch and spread the message. Whatever gets us to the largest audience, so we can spread that narrative. Then that's the vehicle we're taking.
Good, yeah.
Good, man. Good. I think that's the thing as well, because you're knowing that there's multiple ways to get there. Then that's why you're gonna be consistent, even though it might not be massive now. People might get lucky, go viral for something, or people might not get lucky and just flop straight away. But if they don't see the numbers straight away, or the numbers drop after going viral once, then that's when shit stops most of the time. But it's people like you where you're like, all right, like I tried this, it didn't work. I'm gonna try this. I enjoyed it. Do you know what I mean? And you know that it's a journey. It's not just a. I think there's a saying in there like the person that likes walking will go further than the person that likes the destination. So it's like if you know that there's not an end goal to this, like you know you're not going towards wanting there to be peace or wanting there to like your knife crime. You're not doing that because in a week you think all knife crime's gonna stop. But if you can take the numbers from however many 100,000 whatever to,
you know what I mean? By one. Even if you just change like an individual's ass, like you could plant a seed in one, he can now go exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Ricardo planted a seed, and look what I'm doing. Look what I'm trying to do. Is the way that I'm reaching out isn't the way that Ricardo would have been. Do you know what I mean? And that's not anything to do with him. Like that's just the life that he's living, the life that I live. Do you know what I mean? At one point we crossed paths and we had just like with Seven, we crossed paths. We had like a light mindset and a sort of a yearning to want to be more than that. Do you know what I mean? And just trying to do something, and then you just plant seeds in each other and just keep it like that.
Yeah, like kind of to touch on what you both said. It's like everybody expects things to be huge, and it's like, all right, if I drop a video today, I need to see 10,000 views tomorrow. Like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
bro, everything is slow and surely. Like it's small steps. It's like you're not gonna change the world overnight, but if you get on the train per se, and it's like, oh, excuse me, do you want this seat? You've made that person's day, who in then turn can go and make other people. Like it's just small things. Nothing's gonna happen overnight. It's just about that constant grind.
It's the butterfly effect, isn't it? Yeah. It's like as well. Even when you obviously putting it into numbers on a song's a good example, because you don't even really want it to. Like everyone I know that has had like these like gone from nothing to 100, apart from a couple handpicked people, has ended up flopping like the next day because they're so like it's a mad like shift, bro. Like it's such a mad shift where you're used to dealing with 10 people listening or watching or 10 followers to then go into a crazy number. That things get too much and nothing like sticks nowadays. Like people are literally famous one day, like obviously you've got like that Chava song going around at the moment, and I look at that and I'm like, this is mad because everyone continues to keep the same mindset, and like no one's actually like it's weird how no one realizes.
All the followers, isn't it?
That's what I mean. Like no one's realizing like this is literally just what happened with so many other stuff. Even back to like when you had the guy, the delivery driver, being like, "Why are you coming fast?" Yeah. Like this is the exact same situation. Do you know what I mean? It's just
learn, innit?
Yeah, but no one does. But you've just got. He did, didn't he? I saw that. Yeah.
I have his best. I have his best for boo.
But like no one's like. I think the end of the day is you just gotta like stay consistent whether you're doing 1 or 1 million.
Like I say that. So you can't control how you blow up though. You can't like control one like I feel like it's just like say if you have that mindset already that there's
nothing that can really affect it.
Yeah, like there's no end goal. Like, don't think you got 1 million streams, you made it now, or you got 10 million streams, you made it now. The end goal is to be the person you want to be. That's as long as you're alive.
It's gonna continue being a goal.
You
gotta do what you love.
You gotta do what you love. For real.
You're getting. I've known Dali since 16. Since 16, guy's been rapping to me in alleyways. He's late for curfew because he's like, I hear this. Like I got this one. Hear this.
Facts. The man who was trying to get back. This basketball academy had us on ropes, man. We had what was it? 10 o'clock curfew.
We had to be in the crib 10 o'clock. Lights out 10:30.
Oh, so you went to basketball academy?
Yeah.
So
Wi-Fi past 10:30.
Oh, we was in the trenches, bro.
No Wi-Fi past 10:30.
No.
Well, and you had to be home back in the crib by then.
Big share to come back in there for 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 15 boys, 10 girls in the crib, all 16 to 19, and all hoopers, innit? It was actually pretty. Looking back, it was pretty.
It was lit, but terrible at the same time.
Yeah. The lunches.
What? I've never heard of like. So is that in London?
No, this is in Loughborough, but there are ones in London. There's 2.
So is it like
It's
but I know more about football than but I love basketball. I'd love to know more.
It's growing.
But
it's growing.
Yeah,
100%.
but you got like London Lions, innit?
Yeah, London Lions.
Have you been to watch them?
I've not actually gone to.
I'm meaning to because they have like halftime performances and stuff.
No, it's lit, bro. It's lit. Nah, I suggest that you guys should go to a basketball game. It's nothing like I don't know if you're into football.
About it all the time,
nah,
actually.
but it's. I feel like people who aren't big on sport can actually go watch a basketball game and enjoy it. It's fast enough. It's like it's entertaining. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I watch it on YouTube and I like Atlanta. I like watching them NBA proper games, but
they lost me a bet last night.
Oh, is it? Yeah, fuck Atlanta anyway, then, isn't it? Sorry, but I'm giving you a bit of PTSD right now. Shouldn't have said that. But yeah, man, just chat to me about this basketball camp. I'm interested.
So so I was 15, 16, just fucking about really and truly. I wasn't really. I was making music. I already knew Ricardo. I was making music, but in terms of education, I wasn't really going anywhere like that. So my mum was like, "Look, you hang around the wrong people. Like you've just failed this year, innit? You have the opportunity to retake the year and play basketball and train to play basketball." She knew of this place called Charnwood College.
Okay.
And it's linked with Leicester Riders, which is a BBL basketball team in the UK, British Basketball League. and there's so many of them all over the UK, like Cheshire Phoenix, Sheffield Sharks, like they're all Manchester Giants. They all have their London Lions is one of them. They got an academy as well.
Yeah.
I think it's linked to Barking Abbey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's so many, bro, and like I say, they all have like youth programs, basically grassroots programs, basically. So I joined them at 15, 16, went for the trial going and shit. It was lit, man. Met 7 in first year, and we went to we was playing matches every weekend, bro. If it wasn't the cup, it was a league. If it wasn't the league, it was for the D3 game, which is the older men's league. Like we was traveling up and down the country playing basketball every week in, week out. I can't lie. It was
we're doing A-levels and hooping at the same
Yeah.
time. So,
It sounds like I think football works similar.
Yeah,
So we've got
yeah,
like
yeah.
Norwich near us, and people do that, and they take their GCSEs there at the camp,
yeah.
and then they'll do like training as like a lesson. So they'll do like training at
Yeah,
certain
like,
times.
They're part of the
Something,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
literally. So
Okay.
It's similar. It's similar, just not with the finances behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like them lot are on scholars. Like one of my good friends came from Canada, played for West Ham.
Okay.
So he lived there. They bought him a house. He moved his whole family out. He was living in a house, went to our school, and then trained with West Ham. Then eventually, he was getting to a level where he's like, all right, cool, you can come live with us, train and do school here. So it's essentially the same thing. So we're living there training, but it's one house. Like Dali said, what, 15 boys,
Yeah, 15
10
boys.
girls.
10 girls, but it's from all over the world, like all over England. Not even England.
The world.
Scotland.
The world. Brunei.
Wales, Brunei, all over the world. Like we was mixing with people we would have never met in a million years before.
Which is another thing as well. I feel like that's another. I'm not like that, but even from primary school, I was such a diverse primary school. I even went private school for a year in year 7, and then I went to a public school after that. Like, I've got so many like experiences of like people as well. It's one thing that I could like take it to my stride as well to realize that
Be more understanding.
yeah, man, like a bit of patience as well with everybody, because not everyone's coming from where you're coming from, and they're not gonna understand. And if they don't know, they're not gonna understand. That's not being rude, or that's just ignorance. You know what I mean? So I have a bit of empathy, and that doesn't mean that they don't have the capacity to understand either. Especially if you take the time to show it to them. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's
100.
Yeah, I think for us it's a little bit weird, like hearing that, because where we're from, it's not really diverse. Like you don't really have an opportunity to meet people that come from all over the world. Like there is that small hand-picked amount, but I would love to be in like a place that's more diverse, be able to
Yeah,
meet more
man.
cultures,
I guess that
religions,
is
whatever
Yeah, you
it
know
is.
what? It makes us less understanding as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
You know what? It took me so long to realise, when you come from, because like where we come from, it's not like London, but it's still like council estates. So like everyone I grew up around was like me. So when you're like not around money, you think that money solves all problems. Then you meet a rich kid, but he's still like got problems, and you're like that's not possible,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
You've got bread, but then you realise like you can. There is such a mad number of problems of different categories, like.
Trust me,
It
bro.
affects everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what it is? I think the issue with the world today is that people just look for differences.
Yeah.
It's like what separates us rather than what brings us
Yeah,
together.
trust.
You feel me? Like everybody will hurt in this life. Everybody's got a mum. Everybody's got a dad. You'll lose your mum.
Yeah.
I've lost my mum. That's a pain you can't feel. You feel me? And if you've not lost your mum and I talk to you about it, you can understand it. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Never gonna
But you can't relate.
You won't understand
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
but you're now aware. So now you might approach me a bit differently when we talk about certain subjects or whatever it might be. Do you get? And not saying that you have to or whatever the case might be, but you're just now moving with a bit more courteous. You're moving more empathetic. You can't necessarily be empathy. You could be more sympathetic. Empathy is to experience something that somebody else has experienced, but sympathy is just to be sympathetic and feel for them. So if everybody just tries to approach life with that mindset, and just think about what brings us together, half the issues in the world.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't like have your own like views on things and your own standpoints on things, but bro, like just have my nigga, you know, like my nigga, like everyone's gonna have their own fucking opinions and views and all that shit, bro. But just as long as you understand that
You ain't gotta agree.
Yeah, you don't have to agree, and that's cool. Like, why are you deep in it like that?
Yeah.
Just
Now,
unless.
I hear from where you're coming from, it's like, okay, I understand. I don't agree, but I see why you might see it like
Yeah,
that. So now I
exactly,
could
exactly,
think about it a
exactly,
bit differently.
exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah, like when I'm talking about Atlanta, you're probably not keen on them right now. Do you know what I mean? If you met someone in the street and they was like, "Oh, I love Atlanta," and you're probably like, "Do Do you know what I mean? You've still got a bit of a sour taste in your mouth from it. But I'm like, bro, that's my fit. Do you know what I mean?
No,
So
I mean,
it's like, it's little
I'm giving
things.
them props where it's
Like-
like, right now I'm not happy with an individual player.
That's what I'm saying. And not to mention names, but like, but yeah, man, it's like just experiences shape opinions. Like if you've grown up, like, and I'm not gonna lie, this is how a lot of racism comes about as well. Is people grow up and their parents will have opinions, and it'll be like that, and it'll pass through, and that's literally, bro, it's horrible. Do you know what I mean? But it's the same with like I hate Arsenal because my dad's a Spurs fan. I don't even like Spurs. Do you know what I mean? But I just know to hate Arsenal. Like it's just facts, but it's just
I think
yeah,
it's
that's
so,
just how it
it's
is.
so true though, because like hatred isn't born, it's taught, and it does like, especially if you're growing up around like a family or certain people that view things a certain way, automatically, subconsciously as well.
You just start thinking
You just
like
start
that.
thinking like that. You start acting like that and feeling like that as well, even though you don't mean to. And in your head, it's all you've known. So it's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And you meet other people, and then it's like, oh, okay, like
I'm
it's not
seeing,
really like that, you know.
But yeah, but you're right, man. Like people need to take accountability and to realize that actually, like, bro, you can hate Atlanta, I can hate Arsenal, but then when you've got more serious hatreds towards stuff, that's when you need to be like, oh, actually, maybe I do need to rethink, even though I've been brought up this way. You know what I mean? You need to change, like.
Oh, hatred.
Yeah.
There's nothing positive from hate. G. Like, there's nothing positive about hate at all, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you don't like. Even if you don't like somebody, you're better off just not thinking about them.
Yeah.
than having the thought that you don't like them anywhere in your life.
That's still something.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just
That
all
energy.
yeah, it's all
That's your
wrong.
currency as well.
Exactly, that's what you're putting out there.
100, yeah.
So,
I feel you, man. Yeah,
man.
you've got a certain amount of energy that you can give to people, and you want to just keep that positive.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
like you wake up in the morning, let's say, I don't know, let's say something mad. You get out of bed and you stub your toe, and now you're vexed.
And now
Like,
it's
you
like,
can be
oh,
vexed
bad day.
for the whole day if you want, or you can just let it be vexed in that moment for
trust.
them 5 minutes and then get on the
Can't
rest of the
remember-
day.
can't
But you're
remember
gonna be
seeing it,
angry
bro.
at people because you stubbed your toe at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, nah, I can't. I think it was. I don't know where the fuck I see this, bro. But it was like, you know, the pain of stubbing your toe. Like 9 out of 10 times, it's not as bad as you think it is. You only hit your toe once. Like, yes, I know there's pain there, but like, next time you stub your toe, sorry, you're gonna stub your toe again in this life. Just let you know.
yeah.
Next time you stub your toe, fucking
Brush it.
just and then just burn that. Just burn that. Just,
Well, do you reckon a lot of it's like placebo? Because everyone's like,
a lot of it is
stubbing
like,
your toe.
oh my days, I can't believe I just
Yeah.
clutch my toe on the side of the
yeah.
table like that. Like,
Yeah.
like I was moving quickly through the yard, you know, like, ooh, like, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
9 out of 10, well, maybe not 9 out of 10, but
It's just how
yeah.
much you're dwelling on it.
Yeah, trust, all hobbling around the yard and shit. Like,
I suppose because it's such like a commonly used metaphor as well. Like you stand on Lego, it's not just like standing on Lego. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, I hope you stand on Lego, da da da. And then it's like, now when you stand on Lego, you're like, fuck me. Like it got me, do you know what I mean? But it's not actually deep. Like if
Stand on
you
a
stand
flipping-
on a pen and or
nah,
something
stand
like
on
that.
a plug and
Yeah, that's different though. That's some life-threatening shit, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
that can, yeah, bro. That's like a metal shard technically.
that's what I'm
now.
saying. Just standing on it and then it's coming out the other side of your foot.
Finished.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'd say, well, one question I did want to ask you and I thought about it the other day was, do you think, like, obviously the majority of this conversation's been, like, things affecting opinions and lifestyle and shit like that. Do you think that, like, that music directly, because obviously this whole thing is, like, drill come about and then it's the increase in stabbings, the increase in gang violence and stuff. Do you think that we can blame music, or do you think that that needs to be more as
I
in...
think it's not as black and
Yeah.
white as, like, obviously just the line where I come in and the fact that I make music. And even if you look at my older tracks, it's like there's some lines you could be like, what do you mean by that? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But what I'm getting at is, I say that to say this is, it's not black and white. There is certain circumstances where music is to blame. Somebody hadn't said that, put that track out. Whether they're using the reason of I'm just narrating my experiences, but you have to understand, hold yourself accountable to what that would do if you put that out. You're antagonizing people, or you're putting yourself in a position to say that you're ready for something, innit? Do you know what I mean? And that's just like, life's so flipping delicate, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know why one would actually like do that. Anyways, like, if you really was out here and you had a problem with somebody, you're not gonna be rapping about it like that, man. Do you know what I mean? Unless you see the people that do that, is because they're okay. They've got their money. Like they're fine. Like they're away from a lot of it. The majority, anyways. You know what I mean? But when you see this stuff happening, it's like, damn. It's yeah. But like I say, it's not as black and white. But there are circumstances when music has actually,
had an impact.
To add on that, bro, like, say for example, you wake up in the morning, is the first thing you're trying to listen to drill?
Well, not I don't like drill.
Maybe
Yeah,
like
I'm
2015,
asking,
2016.
But like, or not even just like, my point is like, if you wake up in the morning, you might want to listen to something a bit more slow, like maybe some R&B, something singy. If you're in the gym working out, you're gonna put on some drill or something a bit more aggressive and a different kind
Or
of
something a bit more upbeat.
A
Yeah.
bit more gas,
to say that music doesn't have an impact on people's
Yeah,
actions
that's-
that's
would
clever,
be
man,
naive.
yeah.
That'd be
No,
naive.
for real. And
But
actually,
you can't blame it the sole reason on knife crime. There was
Yeah.
knife crime before drill music.
way before.
There'll be knife crime after drill music.
Yeah.
Drill music is a phase. Like it's like
It's even dying.
every new
Is it like slightly dying out? Like,
Yeah, I think. Well, this is obviously I have a lot of underground
there's-
rappers on. I say it feels like it's gone more like grime,
wavy
drill, and
like
now
it's-
a bit more like chill, like
it's
a
like
bit
a-
more Marley rap and stuff like that.
just
A bit more.
relaxed in it. I mean, depends on where you're looking though, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Depends where you're looking. Like say, there's like so many outlets of music in this UK thing, fam.
Like if you're in
It's
certain
crazy.
areas of London, I suppose, then you'd be like, oh, cool, everyone listens to
you're
Afro
gonna-
beats now. Do you know what I mean?
something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm hearing that for real, bro. I had no I was going back to what you're saying about the energies and music as well. Like it's actually a real big thing, man. Like music is energy and frequencies and all of this. So yeah, like drill music, like my bro, like especially some of the lyrics that you're hearing.
Stop cutting it.
Yeah, but you can't blame it. You can't blame it solely on that because now
Yeah.
you have to think about the pros as well. Like
No,
even
no.
if
I'm just saying like how the frequency is.
Oh, no,
That,
yeah.
I'm just saying like I'm not saying that it has the effects of knife crime or anything like that right now. Just generally like how you want to go about your day. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, like that's what I ask. Going back to accountability, that's what I ask. Like I'm not saying that you listen to drill music, you're bad, and you've only got bad energy and no, like nah, bro. Like it's not that. I listen to drill all the damn time. Do you get it? But it's like a balance, bro. Like if I'm taking like this, I have to like do this as well. Like it's like, you know those balancing acts where the guy's in the circus, he's got like a tin and he's on a wooden board. It's like, how do you get back?
You need to have
on
like
balance?
drill and like a delve.
Yeah,
or something like that.
whatever
Yeah,
the
you know what I
whatever
mean?
the fuck
Like
it
that,
is,
them
bro.
like
Do you know what I mean?
positive
Whatever
genre
works
music.
for you, whatever works
Yeah.
for you, it might not be that, but whatever works for you, innit? But
Yeah.
I just take the time to actually just sit in silence, man. Like, do you know what I mean, bro? Like, what the hell? Because all this time, like, you're taking in information and that you're taking in information content. What thoughts are your own? At what point do you produce your own thoughts, or you just regurgitating everything that you've been taking in?
Yeah.
That's what we got a lot of niggas out here. Just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just
doing
being
that.
just all
man.
out.
Not
And
taking
it's-
the time to sit down and think about like where's there on.
It,
on what
it goes
they
back
stand
to what
for.
we were saying about the repost and stuff. Like it's all one big circle, man. Like you'll see something popping in the news, then everyone's posting it for 2 days, and then it's gone.
Yeah,
and then
man.
do you know what I mean?
You
And
know
it's
the
back
issue
and
with that is
forth.
as well, bro. It's like it's imperfect information as well. So let's say, for example, let's talk about what's going on right now with Palestine and Israel. Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm an expert in what's going on. I'm probably the least informed person. Well, not least informed because I've looked into it. But it's like people will see something on their timeline, and now this is Bible, this is gospel. If
Oh, yeah.
I've seen this
Yeah,
page
yeah,
post
yeah.
it, this is how I feel about this situation. Anybody who
That's
says
done.
something
Yeah,
different to
full
that,
stop.
I don't agree. This is my man said it, and I follow him, and what he says 9 out of 10 is good. So
Yeah, yeah.
this is how I feel
It's
about
good,
it.
yeah.
But it's like, have you taken the time to check varying things or
Yeah.
alternate opinions, just so you can formulate and come to your own
Your
conclusion about
own
how you
conclusion
feel about it,
about
rather
it,
than
bro.
seeing
Yeah.
one thing and saying, yeah, this is what everybody's talking about, so I'm pro this or
Yeah.
I'm anti
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
go about it and look into it properly, and then formulate your own opinion, and then you can have a conversation with somebody, and they'll be like, I hear what you're saying. This is why I feel like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that person, like we said earlier on, might be like, all right, I don't agree, but now
But
I understand
cool,
why I
I
feel
get
like
where you're coming
that.
from, do you know what I mean?
50% of the problem's gone.
Just-
Gone.
Yeah, it's poisonous though, man. There was like there was someone on Joe Rogan podcast the other day, and it was like someone spoke out about different celebrities being gay or something like that, and it wasn't meant to be exposed, but he done it, and literally like within the first 10 minutes of that video being released, his whole Wikipedia changed, and it was like it had like a negative vibe about it suddenly, and his whole like discography about what film it was a film director, and the films he directed was gone, and it was like information cannot be displayed, and it literally, and it's mad like when online, like it's not like people think that like say you've told me something about my man, and then I've been like there's either one where I can be like, oh, okay, cool, and just believe it, or there's two where I can go up and ask, and people treat that like the same thing. Like bro, like a lot of what you read online has been it's been created by someone. Like of course it's gonna be biased. Like things can be not biased, but of course it's gonna be. It's like if like you've got like a ref in a boxing match, yeah, and that's obviously not meant to be biased. But if before the fight, say you go back to Ngannou and Tyson Fury, yeah, let's say Fury said something like snotty to the ref, and Ngannou said that the ref's hair looked nice. Naturally, for the rest of that fight, who like of course, even if he's not biased, he's gonna be a bit like organically. Do you know what I mean? And things are just like that in life. Like, but yeah, man, it's just you've literally just got to try and keep it as pure as possible, and just realize your opinions. Like, don't listen to da 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 and da da da. Unless you're gonna listen to both. If you're gonna listen to both, then.
And that's why you always got to live by social media is not real life.
Oh no, it's not.
That
shit,
this is real life. Social media is not.
You see so many people, so many like I go to, for example, I go to so many events and shit, like these like rap events and whatnot. And it's like you see all these like artists, and it's like you just see them moving so crazy in real life, and in Instagram, and it's like in real life it's like, oh,
that's you. Yeah.
Oh, you're in that girl's DMs?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, sort of stuff, so.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, fuck with
People
that.
man on Insta, very few man are on Insta talking about a flipping L this week.
Do you know what I mean?
I got 6 parking tickets. I'm late on rent. But here's my new kicks. You get me? It's just a picture of the new kicks. Like, they're not gonna tell you everything that's hunky dory, and they're gonna make it seem like everything's hunky dory. Like it's a facade.
Bro,
the whole thing's a facade.
facade.
So if you're sitting there and taking it like it's all pure and Bible and truth, then it's just like more for you.
Yeah. Fool for that one still.
Yeah, you're right though, and it's like you can't blame 100% the drill rappers, but they've still got to take some responsibility. You can't blame 100% of these people that are posting stuff, but you as a user, you've got to realize like it's so easy to get down about shit, but you got to realize actually these people aren't always up. Like, it's just what I'm seeing. And you know, and it's
life. Same hurt that he could feel as a human. The same hurt that I feel as a human. My favorite rapper Drake. I'm not saying Drake's my favorite, but you get me. Like he's a normal guy.
Yeah,
like
bro.
there's too much of this idolization and putting people on pedestals who are just
I think like once
humans that will
these
make
guys
mistakes
have got
like you, feel pain like you.
Yeah, they're like on a flipping pedestal. Like they're
God Almighty.
they're godlike
bro,
now. Like they don't feel
yeah.
like we feel. They don't bleed anymore, or all of their problems just proof and
They piss Henny.
Yeah. Piss Henny, eat gold. Like yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Got anything else to say?
Audi, I don't know.
Audi out now. Stream it, man. Sure stream.
Nah, bro. It's been nice, honestly.
Yeah. Alright, man. Let's wrap it up. Yes, guys, that was the Suited Few podcast. We just got this episode tied up, man. We've got Dali on, socials in the description, other videos on the screen. Go like, subscribe, and stream Audi, man.
Wish.
Oh yeah.
My boy.
That was good. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I feel like we stayed on topic with the music, but we